Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'd like to welcome everybody who's tuning in, listening to the sound of my voice. Hopefully I can cover everything in this video that I'd like to cover and everything I'd like to say. There's a few things that I want to make reference to or mention in this video. First and foremost, we've picked up a lot of different fans lately that have been very supportive, not just of JTV, but of also Kevin Impact page and stuff of that nature. I'd like to say thank you to all of our subscribers and everyone who supports JTV wrestling and the pro wrestling circuit. I want to say thank you on that token to every single performer in the history of JTV who has ever graced our ring and have helped build this foundation from the ground up. You know, I been sort of going back and forth with, this whole thing. You got Kevin Impact, you got Jaykidd, and been talking to a few people for quite some time. We had a great run. Thank you to everyone who helped make Ultimate Showdown 4 a success. All the fans and all the wrestlers that were there and all that happened on that show. Everything else. I think we had a really successful ending to 2K19, and I'm very proud of everything that we did with 2K19, and I just want to say thank you for that. I want to again take the time to welcome back Mark Bennon and Marcus Storms to JTV Pro Wrestling, and all the other individuals who got signed to a JTV contract. Welcome back. I want to I haven't been feeling too well for quite some time, so it took me a little bit before I was able to put this video together, mentally, physically, and currently was able to feel good enough to put it together to sort of refocus and rekindle the natural feeling that I normally have when I'm so passionate about what we do in CAW. But I haven't been feeling too well physically, and I just I'm not real sure what the hell's going on, but it's a lot going on for all of us. So just taking the time to say thank you to every single person. And I'm just really proud. I'm really proud of our JTV history, and I'm really proud of everything that we've accomplished in CAW and everything that I've accomplished in my career. Win, lose, or draw, love it or hate it, Corey Flash gave me one of the greatest professional wrestling matches that I've ever had in my entire career. Pound for pound, it's the greatest wrestling match that I've ever had, pound for pound. And without question, whatever history me and the All-Star Kid have had in the past, Corey Flash, without question, is one of the greatest performers, one of the greatest stars of the modern CAW era, and I give him all the credit in the world. The guy has figured it out, and it's really good to see that. He's come a long way. So I'll give him a special shout out for giving me an incredible match. And absolute one of my favorite matches to put into the vault of my career as Kevin Impact. So I just wanted to say all of those things. I wanted to cover. I felt that I needed to say something about JTV Films. Obviously, at Ultimate Showdown, it was announced that JTV Films was going to be releasing Road Rash on November the 2nd. And, some of you folks didn't receive that. And for those of you that know me as a creator, as a distributor of this content, I'm not a big fan of giving out due dates and not delivering, and this is the reason why I tend to go against some of the talent that's here sometime and really get, or, try to get with these individuals to try to bring out that content to everybody's best ability, because that's the kind of person that I am. I like to craft things and I like to perfect things as close to 10 out of 10 as possible. And I just, I'm not happy about it, but, we just had some issues with Road Rash. It's looking great. It's looking fantastic. I think you guys are going to love that movie. We've pushed the release date into sometime in December. We currently don't have a actual release date for Road Rash, but it is being moved into December territory for release. And I just want it to be really, really smoothly, and I want it to go and transition really well, because I think you guys are going to love this film very, very much. So just wanted to touch base on that for those of you that were concerned about it and whatnot. Man, I really don't want to forget anything. I should have taken notes, but again, just a whole lot of thank yous, a whole lot of love recently on social media, supporting, following, stuff of that nature, subscribing, just, the Road Rash thing, the Showdown thing, just really proud of how all of that has kind of processed. And then you have 2K20. The 2K20 thing that I like to cover is that, currently I've been in contact back and forth with 2K, and from the emails and stuff like that I've had with these people. They're sort of taking what I'm saying more as a courtesy, thanks for the feedback kind of thing. We've gotten an update recently, and the update, I guess, brought some form of stability to the game. I haven't experienced a lot of glitches on 2K20, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I haven't experienced a lot of those. My main concerns for 2K20 would just be that we don't have Create a Championship, and we do not have the ability to use custom arenas in online matches. And to me, I have a problem with that, because those two things is kind of common courtesy in the game. I wanted to see backstage, multi-man backstage brawls backstage and stuff like that. As different things. I want a special guest referee. I would have liked to have terminated universe mode to have GM mode instead. But that's just, my idea on what I wanted in the game. As far as what should have been in the game that I feel is common courtesy is the ability to use custom arenas online and create a championship. So for those things to not be in the game, I'm just not a big fan of that at all. So that sort of has put me in a position where I kind of just want to take a back seat and just hold off on, producing JTV wrestling shows, because I'm just not a big fan of being forced into, having to use what they're giving me. They want to give us Create an Arena, but, you can't use that online. And, I'm not a big fan of that at all. That really does create an issue for our performers in JTV Pro Wrestling to be able to go out and do what we do. And, it kind of hinders things. So, eventually I might have to just give in to the demands eventually, but I'm just not a big fan of having to use their modern copy and paste WWE arenas over and over. I'm just not trying to do that. I'm not a big fan of using WWE arenas, or the idea. I'm not a big fan of the idea of using their WWE arenas in the JTV, with the same lame ass screen that's just there. You know what I mean? I just don't want to do that. I want to have our own custom arenas for our pro wrestlers. So that's what I'm saying, is that that's the reason why you're probably not going to see a JTV pro wrestling show with Mega Rush or Next Gen for quite some time, due to that issue going on right now. Create championships is another thing. I have zero interest in using WWE titles of any form, whether ECW or WCW or whatever, in the JTV format, because that to me is it's kind of an insult, and it's kind of annoying that, you know, they're forcing us to be in that situation. You know, they've put together what I think it's a great game, but there's just a lot of issues there, and the game's been messed up for a lot of people for a while, and there's just a lot of things that have pissed me off about that game that I don't necessarily need to get into, because we're already on 11 minutes, and I'm not trying to make this video too long. This is just more of my own update, you know, and while we're talking about updates, that's kind of like what I'm waiting on. So we're gonna just kick back and just basically focus on maybe the next update, maybe in the next WWE 2K20 update, we'll get great championships and custom online arenas and stuff of that nature, you know, because I'm not a big fan of what they're offering us right now. Some of the BCW and some of these indie arenas that are in the game, the baseball stadium, and, you know, great arenas like that where we could have did some good shows with, are not available on online. Now, again, I don't know who was the creative genius who thought that it was a good idea to include the WWE arenas in there and not have those arenas in there when they're already in the game. I think that's a hit or miss right there, if you ask me. And it's kind of stupid. And, you know, I'm not here basically pissing on 2K20. I've enjoyed playing 2K20, but man, it's just like, it kind of sucks. So I'm just holding off on that. I played the game some, and I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen. But you know, if things go well with it and we create our championship, you know, we should resume JTV programming sometime in the near future. We're looking at January right now as a potential huge comeback for JTV, but nothing is certain. I guess we'll see how things go. Hopefully my health and everything is good, and everything just works itself out to where I can mentally and physically be able to give you guys the best content that we possibly can. And you know, speaking of that, speaking of content, you know, just recently, just different scenarios that are starting to come up, different things that are starting to happen. And, you know, man, I take a lot of pride in this CAW stuff and what we do, you know, but I just can't take this as serious as some other people take this. And I just don't have the time to engage in drama in CAW, man. Like, this is a short train, it's a short ride, and it's just something that you're supposed to enjoy, and you're supposed to make the most out of it, because these are memorable years that we're going to enjoy, and once they're done, they're done. You know, and I just feel like, you know, I've taken on a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't really go too public with this, and I'm not a big fan of going public and just, you know, in a way whining or sharing my feelings or anything like that. But if I have to speak about myself, if I have to exit out of my body for a moment and speak about myself and represent myself, man, Jaykidd is man, I've been through some shit here in CAW. You know what I mean? This last year and recently, taking a lot of shit from a lot of people, and it's kind of childish, man. It's kind of goofy. So it's just kind of silly to me. You know, I don't really have time to deal with any drama like that. You know what I mean? I'm out here doing what I can as far as like entertaining and being creative and having fun, and that's really the end of it. I can't take this as serious as some of these little kids who are on here, you know, just running around making their own shows and trying to be tough and trying to take shots back, you know, and instead of just saying thank you and being a fucking friend and being appreciative. Excuse my language, you know, but it's like it's kind of annoying and it's just childish and it's just energy consuming and I don't have time for that, you know. So it's just a lot that's wearing on me and I just don't have the time for that, you know. So what I'm really trying to get at is that, you know, I just want everybody to be able to enjoy this as much as you can because you know, with the way I'm feeling, with the stuff that's going on with me outside of JTV and stuff of that nature, you know, it's a lot going on, and a lot of things have changed, and you know, I'm doing what I can with my life, however I can, and I think that a lot of people need to appreciate the individuals that they have. If you have a good friend, you know, you appreciate them. You don't backstab them. You don't trash talk them behind their back. You support them and you stand by them. And that's the kind of person that I am. I take a lot of pride in that. I take a lot of pride in being supportive of my friends and my family and everyone who's close to me. I take a lot of pride in CAW. You know, that's the reason why I can take it just a little bit serious, because I'm prideful of it. But it's not enough to make me just like I'm not gonna put all of my time into this like that, man. You know, like I'll do my best. I'll bust my ass to put the shows together and stuff like this. And the appreciation that I get time and time again is, you know, individuals who should appreciate what I've done for them just go and just pull some bullshit. You know what I mean? And I don't appreciate that. You know what I mean? I don't, and you know, but I'm just so past that, so far out from that it's like I don't have time for it. You know what I mean? And again, going back to what I'm trying to get at is that I'm not trying to bust anybody's bubble. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's day. I'm not trying to bring anybody down. You know, I want motivation in our locker room and JTV and stuff like that. I'm trying to motivate myself. But there just comes a time where, you know, it just, you got to let go. And, you know, it's at some point it's going to happen where you just have to let go and things happen and people move on and stuff of that nature. And you know, again, not trying to break anybody's heart or anything like that, or get into anybody's feelings. Just I love being honest and straightforward with everyone and all of you guys. You know that. And you know, I don't. It's not as easy for me to say because it's just been such a journey for the longest time with the history of everything we've done. But you know, with 2K20 and, you know, the 20-year anniversary, you know, I was there for the first one, and it's been a long time. It's been a really long time, and I feel like we've had a good run. We've had a really good run. I had a lot of fun with everything that we've done, but with, you know, day and night, it just it's looking like we're towards the end of this. You know, it's looking like this is kind of closing out a little bit. I've had, like I said, the utmost respect for everyone, you know, but this is, I think this chapter is kind of closing out. I think this is a book that's towards the end. And, you know, that's the reason why I kind of, you know, was encouraging everybody to enjoy it for the longest time, because, you know, sooner or later it is what it is. But I think it's kind of looking like 2K20 might that might be it for me, man. I don't know. It's it's like I said, it's been a great journey. It's not too easy to talk about this kind of stuff, you know, because this is my childhood. and a part of my life, and just a bunch of people that I met. But you know, if it is, I just wanted everybody to give it 110%, and you know, no hard wishes, man, to anybody. I I'm a big fan of competition. I'm a big fan of every you know, all we do in CAW, all the other CAW shows. But I don't know, man, with the way I'm feeling, with the stuff going on with me and everything, you know, I think this could probably be it. So, you know, enjoy it, man. If we come back in 2K20, just enjoy it and live it and do the best that you can, because a lot of people nowadays don't really appreciate what they have until they lose it. You know what I mean? They don't know what a good friend is. They don't know what a good relationship is, a good supportive person. You know, they're in it for themselves, and it's really disappointing. It really is. But to everyone who is on my side and supportive of me and a friend of mine, and fan of Kevin Impact and Jaykidd and everything, and I just want to say thank you. Like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate everybody who's been there, even who's against me as well. I'm appreciative because uh, you've all brought me to this level where I'm at, and I'm not going to forget about that. So I'm always going to be thankful, and I'm always going to be a man. I can say that proudly, and I can say that gladly, because I know what I am and I know who I am. I know what I can do. I'm proud of everything I've done. You know, I might not like every single thing that I've done, but I'm proud of who I am. I've stood my ground. So I want to, you know, if I have to end it on that, you know, that's how I would like for it to end. Just a great career, good run, good everything. And you know, I would help everybody. If that decision is made, I'll definitely help everybody, make sure everybody's all right, and I'll you know, make sure everything is good. I'll be in support of everybody, you know, and I'll, no matter where everybody goes, you know, I know some of you guys are much younger than I am. You know, I'd be happy to support all you guys in any way that I possibly can. But you know, it is what it is. Um, all I have to say is thank you over and over. You know, so I just enjoy it, man. Just enjoy it. I'm very proud of a lot of people. Very proud of Draskell, you know, world champion, what he's accomplished. Shendon, list goes on and on. Um, I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to say. That wasn't necessarily easy for me to say. It was like a farewell speech, but man, it's not goodbye and it's not a farewell. It's a, you know, it's a stay tuned. I really do hope that we do come back. I hope that I come back and we kick some ass in 2K20, no matter what might happen. But yeah, that's what it is. You know, this is a game. This is fun. This is CAW. This is not, you know, it's not forever. It's not a job. It's not, you know, I take pride in you know, it's passion, and I take pride in this, you know, but I'm not going to be there all the time trying to tell you people what to do. It's just not my style. It's for fun, and you know, if you're not having fun, and if you're miserable in JTV, you know, then you don't belong there. You can't, you know what I mean? You don't belong if you don't have the passion for it. You just don't really belong there in the first place. But I I belonged there for the longest time, and I was appreciative of myself and everyone, like I said. Yeah, but that's as much as I want to say on that. I I don't know. You know, it was hard for me to put this together. I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what the hell I was gonna say. I just wanted to say something, you know. I've been talking to Corey a little bit and going back and forth, and you know, the reason I'm concerned is because, and you know, it's good. I guess it's good for me to open up a little bit because you guys like to know. But the reason I've been concerned is because I don't necessarily know what metamorphosis is occurring with me. One day I'm okay, and another day I'm not. That's one way of describing it. And again, I'm not going to make this like a long 45-minute video where I'm talking about that, and I'm not going to make a Kevin Impact statement where I bomb all my enemies and none of that shit. Like this is real life, you know, this real stuff going on. So it's like I don't know. You know what I mean? I have something going on with me physically, and I have something going on with me mentally. And and I've been trying for a while to get it together. You know, some people don't know how to deal with it. So the best way for them to deal with it is to think of themselves or to criticize me and go against me. And some people just get it, I guess. They just recognize and realize that a friend of theirs or someone that they know is got some stuff going on, and they get it, they respect it, and they try to find a way to cope with it, to work with it. And I think that that's how you treat people. That's how you treat your friends and people you get along with. You know, I know that not everybody in JTV is my best friend or nothing like that, you know, but a lot of you guys know me, and you know, when I start talking, everybody just listens. There's a reason for that. And I'm a guy that's big on respect, big time. And I take a lot of pride in what I do. I say that over and over. So I don't know. This is the reason why I say I don't know what's gonna happen necessarily, but you know, I will try my hardest no matter how I feel. You know, I've been taking my vitamins and getting in shape and doing whatever I need to do to make sure that I'm good. You know, because I refuse to quit. So I will do what I can. I will bust my ass to try to get myself and my health in the best shape possible. But you know, age is something that you can't control that. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. So we're getting up there, and at some point, you know, I'm just gonna have to settle for different hobbies. All right, guys. So this is a hobby that's here now. We enjoy it. Let's have some fun. Let's do this thing, and let's go out in a blaze of glory. You know, no hard feelings for nobody. This is the box office hit. This is a global phenomenon. Kevin Impact, one of a kind, the one and only, the landmark of JTV. And you guys are in the best CAW professional wrestling company that there is out there. We've come as high as we could, and we're not done yet. We'll continue moving forward somehow, some way. And the memory is always going to live on. And each and every one of you, when you got that fire, doing what you do. So be supportive, be the best version of yourself that you can be, and let's just keep going forward, man. Let's just keep doing this. So yeah, we got right now. Oh, I'm glad I remembered. The next guest that's going to be coming up. Today's the 4th. This upcoming weekend, my guest on Live and Uncensored is going to be none other than the man who made a huge impact at Ultimate Showdown, along with Trey Jeter, Cassidy Dreams. I will be talking to Cassidy Dreams on Live and Uncensored, and seeing what life for him is like and seeing what he has to say. Open mic. So I'll be talking to him on the next episode. And we got the Japan tour coming up for JTV Wrestling. That should be the next stop of where we are headed. There's no telling when that will be currently, but it will be the next event, the next professional wrestling event that we'll be heading to. and we're looking to do some touring, maybe some sort of a JTV World Tour of some kind. So it'd be a while before a Mega Rush or a Next Gen. You know, we're doing the touring thing for now. Just, you know, so we'll be getting the arena together and stuff like that, and you know, we'll come back after some time and get some shows out. You know, and you know, be training some people, and we got good shit coming. You know, you just stay tuned. Like I said, we got nothing but fun, and you know, that's what it's all about. So you know, another thing is we're looking into the potential JTV Hall of Fame of 2019. Last year, I had the luxury and the illustrious honor of inducting my hero, Kimbo Slice, into the JTV Hall of Fame, and we've established a JTV Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2008. I'm very proud of that, and you know, we was able to see a lot of very interesting things. Colin Klein, of course, was able to induct the King of Hearts, Owen Hart, into the same Hall of Fame, and this year, you know, want to do it again before we go into 2K20 or 2020. You know, we like to take the liberty to put together a Hall of Fame event and you know, get some individuals in there. So if you know, if you guys would like to, you have a little bit of fun, drop some names in the comments right now on who you think deserves to be in the JTV Hall of Fame. My nominees for the JTV Hall of Fame of 2019, first out of the shoe, would probably be Stan Lee. Now, why would Stan Lee be nominated into the JTV Hall of Fame? Because in many ways, Stan Lee was a guy who encouraged this entire thing, you know, superheroes in wrestling, stuff like that. Stan Lee was somebody who inspired me when I was coming up, you know, through the X-Men and Spider-Man and the cartoons that he gave me as a kid that brought that sort of bravery into my mind and that creativity into my mind. You know, my mom, God rest her soul, God bless her, and Stan Lee were two of the individuals who inspired me to do those things. And I will always be thankful to them both. So I think that Stan Lee is someone who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and also because we did the event for him for JTV. You know, I also think that this one's going to be kind of funny, but I'll nominate Gabe Logan to be in the JTV Hall of Fame. You know, it's a character who was legendary in my life, and without question, a historic relic in JTV history. Same with what's his name? David Duchovny, Fox Mulder. You know, finally got to get Marcus Storms at Ultimate Showdown. So I nominate David Duchovny to be in the JTV Hall of Fame. You know, some people might be looking at me. Mentally, Kevin Impact is not ready to retire. Mentally, man, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Physically, you know, it's a little different. It's a little different as what's going on physically. So, you know, it is what it is, guys. So, yeah, all that good stuff is what's going on right now, and we'll still be putting out content. I mean, it's not going to be JTV Pro Wrestling for quite some time, but we're still going to be entertaining you and putting out content. You know, we'll have our little live and uncensored every now and then, and we'll have you know, different events that we'll probably do in 2K20, but it's going to be, it's not going to be the same as how it is every year, and the product is not going to be the same of what you're accustomed to. It's going to be a variety of different styles of content that we'll put out. So that's kind of like how we're going to deal with it for right now, as you know, we await this next 2K patch. See what's going to happen with that. But yeah, to the best of my ability, that is what I can report to all of you. Again, man, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, comment if you want, share. You know what I mean? Let's boost this thing up. Let's have some fun. I want to thank everyone for listening in, and I feel better now that I was able to update you guys on all that, and you know, now that pressure's off, and yeah, just a little something, something for you guys today, you know. So all good. Just enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for listening in, and I'll see you guys. Take it easy. Top that. Peace.